Hey, what's up? So I was gonna start doing this character or something, or trying to, and play around with it and stuff, but my beard kept falling off my face as I was talking. I just did a couple brief attempts at recording the same video. My beard kept falling down, and I was like, man, this ain't gonna work. So I wasn't gonna wear it at all, and I was like, I'll just keep the wig on because it's funny and cool. I like it. I dig it. So I'm a wizard. I'm an old man Dramality here. What's up, man? All right, so I tried the demo for Titan Quest 2. It's very cool, very impressive, and oh my gosh, in the demo, gameplay balance was great. It felt good, man. It felt good. It felt like a solid game, man. So that was cool. What's weird and interesting about it, for some reason on Steam, and sometimes this just happens, but they call it a playtest. They're putting in they have a request button, playtest request button, but it plays just like a demo, right? So like most of the time, playtests are kind of like these ongoing betas, basically, just whatever. But this one is an actual demo. I played it for 2 hours, but I had like a little bit of. I mean, I explored a lot. I actually like was investing, like looking at the skill tree a bit, investing myself into the build I went with, and then I found like the modifications for the skills that I didn't realize were there right away. That was super cool. Anyways, why was I saying that? It just feels good. The game feels really good. So I wrote a thing on it. Oh yeah, and it plays just like a demo. And apparently, some people were on the forums asking if they could get into the playtest, and other people were saying you can just go play it on Epic Games right now with no playtest request type of thing. I haven't tried. I didn't go look on. I got into Steam, so I got invited right away when I put my request in, so that was cool. That's always nice when that happens. Doesn't always happen. But anyways, yeah, so I installed it right away, and then jumped in almost right away. But yeah, so apparently you can go, if you can't get in on the playtest request on Steam, apparently it's on Epic Games too. So anyways, all right, here are my thoughts that I wrote down because I did really like it. Let's see, this isn't a typical early access or open beta. This is a finely polished demo that tells you, come play our game. We're ready for you. So I put, I don't know if you understand, like I wrote that like that in those words because a lot of playtests or demos, even now, like they're kind of early access betas, even the demos, right? So I guess the definition for demo is changing now with the way things are going with open betas and free to play. I don't know. It's weird though. It seems to be slowly changing, right? Like, uh, anyways, so the demo is that good. It's that good. Like it feels like it's already ready to be a fully put out game. So I actually mentioned that later at the end of my post here. Something I will get there. All the first impressions for my first impressions while first jumping in the game were not a surprise at all. The trailers and the gameplay previews are already available, making it obvious that the game is gorgeous. It looked really great, So on top of that, the music and the sound effects are also excellent, and the controls are impressively smooth and comfortable. I had to rebind some keys. The default settings weren't my preferred, but they're mostly okay. The keybind options are really nice and allow full customization. And I put that because plenty of games don't. Plenty of games have very bare bones keybinds options, if any at all. Some games have no options for keybinds. It's pretty weird. The PC platform is a strange one because it is a platform where people will demand controllers to be used as if it's supposed to be when it's a default keyboard and mouse system. And then there are the games that come out that don't even really support keyboard and mouse, so it's really funny. It's a funny platform when you think about it. It's weird to see, man. Anyways, excellent keybind options and general game settings for the demo. Pretty impressive. Nice job. Let's see. Titan Quest 2 controls with the normal left click movement. It also has WASD controls, and it has a force move keybind, all of which can be combined together for a very smooth gameplay. The left click, like by default, the right click is your attack button, which is also like the click, right? But it has the WSD and the force move. But I rebound mine right away. Like I said, I rebound some keys, and right click was one of them. It defaults right click is move and attack, so I right away switched that to left click. Anyways, yeah, no, it was cool. They had really, really good full customization for all keys, right click and left click and all that. So that's pretty cool. Because some games will do like you can rebind keys, but they don't let you bind the left click or right click at all. There are plenty of games like that too, which is very weird to me. But it might be just an engine thing. I have no idea why that happens. Okay, anyways, continuing. The most surprising thing to me about the gameplay was the movement and animation pacing. The slower animations movement made even the easy enemies that die quickly feel normal. I didn't find myself running super fast through the environments while AoE spamming everything to insta-death, as most of these ARPGs have been doing for a long time now. I've recently spoken on my disappointment in gameplay balance in most of the games in this genre while discussing Dragonkin the Banished and Marvel Heroes. This demo feels very good with enemy balance to me. Yeah, one of the things I was wondering when I first was playing it, I was like, why does it feel so good? I don't understand, because especially in the very starting area, the enemies die really quick, right? But the difficulty went up right away, and it felt good. It wasn't too hard like right away or anything, but the difficulty was noticeably more normalized right upon leaving the very first area. The first thing I ever was like, I think just the way it feels, the way it controls, like it's not like a slow game, right? But it's slower the way you move and stuff. And the animations, just yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. That's what it seemed like. It's just while you're not just running and spamming a key and killing everything, right? There's an actual like normal pace to it. That's basically how I know how to explain that. But yeah, anyways, I liked it. I thought it was cool. Let's see. Titan Quest 2's HUD display and interface is so beautiful. One thing that bugs me about a lot of games is the interface being covered with icons that are too big, unnecessary information, and just all around being super ugly. The interface here is so nice to look at. The text font is nice. The backgrounds of information screens, such as the quest log or NPC dialogue, are very nice. The health bars look good and clean. This is the most impressive interface I can remember seeing in a very, very long time. And I mean that as like really nice looking, like beautiful style and everything. It's just pretty cool. Yeah, man, because a lot of games, their interface is just so ugly and basic and anyways, and I when I wrote this as far as like being the most impressive interface I can remember seeing in a very, very long time. I have seen a couple like games here and there, and I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but there's probably been a few games where the interface looks good, the HUD looks good, which is nice, but this one's impressive. Like I like what they've done here. I really, really like it a lot. Like everything is artistic and stuff. Like there's nothing that's just like there's this flat background of ugliness and whatever. Like there's a style and everything. So I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. One thing I noticed about the combat as the mage type class is that the staff weapon felt a bit sluggish and weak by default. While playing more though, I noticed too late that the skill tree has many deep options and customizability, allowing you to change the gameplay of not only your spells but your main weapon as well. I have not experimented with the staff build yet, and I'm not sure I will during this demo, but I kind of want to. I was already invested into lightning and didn't feel like respecking. Get rid of the money cost of respecking. That has always been a silly game mechanic. It's opinion, of course. Once I noticed that you could actually put talent tree points into the main weapon, I have an idea that the staff weapon can turn out to be pretty incredible on its own with the upgrades. They looked super badass. I didn't go into full details on it because the skill tree is nuts, man. I didn't realize what was going on right away. I kept pumping into the same ability, like not really looking at what was happening. And then I did notice I was opening like these little rune-looking empty slots around the ability, but I didn't know what it was and stuff and whatever. And then finally, I actually clicked on one, and then it like popped up a new menu that shows like these procs basically, or passive, benefits to add to your skills. So I hadn't been using that for a while. And I was doing fine, but like once I saw it, I was like, holy crap, it's badass. It gets really deep just off of a simple, little additions of those passive modifications. Stuff is really cool, man. So I was already like had my skill points pumped into this one lightning skill, and I could have respec, and I thought about it, but I was like, yeah. I might go in and play some more. I've thought about it. I really like the demo, but there wasn't just the like I fully explored the game, and I'm not gonna go back in there and play something different. You know, like the only thing that would be different would be the build, and I'd rather play something. You know, I'd rather continue or advance or play something different. You know. But I probably will go play a little more. I also do want to give them feedback on their survey and see how their survey looks and stuff. Um, anyways, I'm gonna continue because I know I had a couple. I could ramble on this, and I know I still have more thoughts written here. With the lightning spell I chose, and with skill points spent, I ended up turning a single lightning pillar into a multi-strike lightning zone, which is just awesome. I could write a long thing on the skill system alone in the demo, but it's not something I want to do. It would take a while to really get into, and I just don't want to do that for the demo. Go play it. I find it very impressive and look forward to toying with many more builds when the game releases. It is possible I may change my mind and play more. If I do and try out multiple builds, I may come back to speak on it on a different post. Yeah, because like I did kind of want to get into and explain some of the skill stuff because it was really cool. I was like, oh crap, I didn't notice it right away. Like I said, I mean, I played it probably maybe close to an hour before I even realized I could do that. And I knew I had to have been missing out on something because I was boosting my skill and it didn't seem to really be doing anything other than unlocking those slots. But I was doing fine playing through the game. Like I didn't need them unlocked, you know. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna keep going. And but one of the times I leveled up, I was like, I'm gonna click here and see what's going on, and I just started clicking on stuff, and I was like, oh wait, oh my gosh, I was missing out on a lot. Like yeah. So anyways, the skill system is cool. From what I've seen in the demo, and when I looked at the staff, so the staff, oh yeah, that reminds me, the reason I wrote about that and talked about it is because the staff kind of felt like crap a little bit, really slow for a normal attack weapon, which also makes sense because the staff, the cool thing about it is it casts spells. You're kind of like Elder Scrolls Online, where like you know, you actually, the staff will shoot fireballs and ice and stuff like that, right? You know, because there are games with staves where they don't cast spells from the staves. You just use them to melee attack with and stuff. I like when the staves actually cast spells out of them and all that, whatever, you know. But anyways, why was I saying that too? Oh yeah, so by default, like it didn't feel great. It was fine, but it felt pretty weak, and you know whatever. I was like, it just didn't seem worth the cast time of the default staff weaponry, you know, whatever. But then I was briefly glimpsed at the skill points that you could pump into it, and I was like, holy crap! I think I'm going to go try that build out after I make this video because like yeah, it just looked so. I was like, what you can do this like, so it just looks really cool. It might not be as fun and impressive as it looked to me. I might go try it and be like, oh never mind, it sucks. Like it's cool, but whatever, because that happens, you know. All right, anyways, I'm gonna continue here. Oh wait, did I skip this? Oh, I scrolled down too much. Hold on, sorry. Okay, the exploration in Titan Quest 2 is rewarding. This always stands out to me when a game actually rewards you for exploring. I played mini games where I run around the open world and find nothing, making exploration pointless. Then there are the other games that just tell you where everything is, so exploration kind of loses its feeling of being special. Like I still do it. I still like covering the map and getting all the icons and all the collectibles and stuff. I still like doing that. It's still fun, but it's not like special. There's nothing, you know. You're just collecting. You're not actually exploring, right? There's a difference, you know. That's all. Let me see. Okay, and just this demo alone here, there are hidden doors, hidden switches that open hidden doors, and hidden pathways that you can stumble upon. That was so cool. The visual transition from caves to outdoors and vice versa is also a beautiful sight to see. You know, it's not an unusual thing. Like a lot of games, you go into a cave, you come out, you know, stuff like. But some of them handle the way the effect happens when you go from the lighting, just the effects that happen when you move. This one is really good. I love it. It's just great, man. Okay. Something I would like to see added to the game is a mark as junk and sell as junk, or sell all junk type of option. I don't know if that is already planned, but it wasn't in the demo, so I'm just throwing it out there. I can't believe this game is going to launch in early access. It makes me wonder how much work still needs to be done. This demo is truly impressive all around. Gameplay, music, sound effects, visuals, story, game settings, like the game options. Everything is so damn good. I totally forgot to mention that I wrote this. I just added this to the post because I did. I forgot to mention, and I didn't know where to fit it in the post, so I just throw it as the last thing, kind of a thing. The inventory space is really nice as well. Roomy enough, not too big, not too small. Seems just right. Yeah, that was. I just forgot to mention the inventory, and then as a throw on, I said, also for any of you that love isometric RPGs, please do yourself a favor and go buy and play Wolcen Lords of Mayhem. Seriously. Anyways, yeah, sorry, I was a little weird here. But yeah, no, that's fun. I like Titan Quest too. The demo is really cool, man. I'm sorry I don't have the beard. It looks so much cooler with the beard. It looks badass. It looks, the beard just whoosh, so cool. Anyways, yeah. So the demo is really cool, and I think I am gonna go. It depends. I'm gonna do a couple things first, but I'm probably gonna go try that staff build out just for the heck of it. But yeah, demo is cool, man. Let me know what you think. If you played the demo, if you tried it out, are you planning to get this when it comes out? Because I plan to and want to. We're gonna see what happens. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.